This is TransAfricaRadio.
So she's in the studio as promised a bit earlier. Yo, man, so she's here.
Yes.
I'm so happy that you're here.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Welcome to #LifeStyle. It's a brand new season of LifeStyle.
Love it.
I'm so glad that you're my first guest to actually come through.
Wow, I'm so excited.
Shout out to you.
Yes, brand new things, man.
Yes, indeed. So, I mean, I like the fact that you're from my year. I was just saying to everyone, I'm like, ooh, you were born in my year. So,
Yes.
hey, we're doing big things right now.
We are.
Tell us who Viwe is, just tell us a little bit about you. I think we must just, get into you, introduce yourself, and,
Yes.
get us feeling you, because I already feel you. So.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I am a musician. I am from the Eastern Cape. I was born in the Eastern Cape. High school there, sang a lot, was classically trained at some point. Then moved to Johannesburg for varsity, and then that's when I did my honors at Wits. During that time also I started a YouTube channel and I started singing impromptu covers. We all start with covers.
Yeah.
And straight after that I went into the working world, which is quite crazy. But I still had that knack. I was like, you know what? Everything tells you to be like an accountant or a lawyer or whatever, but you can't shake it if you have it. So I started doing some backups for a very good friend of my sister's, Fortune Messina, and he introduced me really to live performing, which was with Clint Brink, RJ Benjamin, those really amazing big R&B artists, and I think they really pushed me to become a little bit more aggressive with my own music.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. I think the following year, literally, as fate would have it, I met Luke Muyambi, who's now my manager and producer, and we started messing around with some sounds, and here we are with It Goes Without Saying.
I like the way you just spoke about meeting your manager, and because I feel like sometimes the people that come in this journey that you start, and when they come with a positive energy, this is what comes out.
You can sing, but we need to actually really push you to be amazing, and that's what I think he did.
So would you say, I think it would be a cliche question to ask, but would you say that you've always known that what, I want to be a musician?
Definitely, always since, well, maybe not known, but I've always understood that music played a significant part in my happiness. I remember when I was young, I was telling, I don't remember which interview I was on, and I was just talking about my aunt and how she would trick me into getting into the bath. So I was very tomboyish when I was growing up. So what she would do is she would get into the bath, put in the bath, whatever. She knows I'm outside or something, then she just starts singing.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs. And she'd sing. I remember it was, good morning, how are you? And then 2 seconds later, I'm in the bathroom like, I want to sing along. And then she'd throw me in the bath. So I guess that's when I really knew that music was an integral part of me.
Yeah. So how would you say you describe your genre? Because I know, a lot of people would want to say maybe it's Afro soul or what, because, the one thing I really love about, musicians like you who are coming in now is the fact that, you are defying the odds in the sense of saying you don't want to keep to the norm of the sound that comes out. Every single person that's coming out now is unique.
Yes.
So how would you describe the sound that you're producing right now?
Very difficult question, because I think, like you're saying, when you're trying something new, you can't really give it a category. But I'm fundamentally embedded in R&B. So R&B is definitely what you're going to hear if you're going to see me, hear me, understand me. But what I do want is to also incorporate the fact that I'm young, and what are the millennials listening to now? So we also have that sound coming in where you find that it's a bit more trappy, but also neo soul, but also still South African in its roots. So it's sort of like a really nice mixture of good music about love, about the situations you go through, but also just encompassed in what's happening now currently as well.
With what's happening now. So how did this song come about? Because I think a lot of people would say, but no, I've always had, the story that's always like, I've always had this music book that had like lyrics in it from whenever. And how did this specific one come through?
Crazy, because when I actually heard the beat and I was in the studio, the song that came in mind first, which is in most of the pages on my music book, they're all heartbreak songs. I'm very much a Mary J. Blige kind of Jasmine Sullivan, Adele, sad girl, you know. And so this song really was heaven sent, because at the time, Imagine was like, you know what, I know you're trying to go for the really sad girl vibe, but really just try and imagine yourself out of your sadness and out of this space that you find yourself in, and try and think of what you want out of love, what good can come out of it. And that's where the song came out. It literally came on that spot when he said, give me the idea. He said to me, give me the idea or the words that you have when you express love. And I said, I have none of them. I don't have the words. And it goes without saying, just went with that, you know, to really say, I couldn't say it. And maybe that's the song.
So would you say, you know, I think I'm going to be jumping forward, but would you say that with the song as it came out and as it's produced now, which is really phenomenal,
thank you.
Would you say that, you know, heartbreak, not using that as the theme, but would that actually be the prefix towards your album? Is that something that is really coming across a lot in the album that you're working on?
Well, I think definitely there's going to be a few songs about heartbreak because I know it very well.
I think
sadly.
We actually we love these heartbreak songs. I don't know. We are suckers for heartbreak
because everybody is being heartbroken everywhere in the world, and we all want to feel together in that heartbreak. So I wouldn't say it's the common narrative, but I do think you'll find 2-3 gems of really heartbreak songs that you might enjoy.
You look you look happy. You look as though, you know, you're having a good time when you're producing. Are there moments that, you know, are defining a lot about the album now? Would you say that there's things that, you know, when the album comes out, you're just going to say, damn, on this specific night, this is exactly what was supposed to come out?
There's a few songs that I feel are pivotal moments that are going to really change the projection maybe of the album and how people might perceive it, goes without saying, and the actual body of work that's going to come out. It might just jar, it might not get together as you think it will, but yeah, there are definitely some amazing moments that came out of the recording sessions, and still the recording sessions that are still to come. So yes, I don't know if I answered your question.
I actually think you did.
Okay.
What you just said is that, you know, it sounded so difficult, but I'm trying to make your life very difficult.
Yes,
right
I can see, and I don't know why.
Music unites a lot of countries, you know, specifically as TransAfricaRadio, you get to travel with the music that we play, and, you know, we're taking it throughout. Who would you want to, you know, be breaking all the boundaries of borders and, you know, just looking at Africa as a whole? Who do you aspire to, and in music and in life in general? And, you know, who would you want to work with in the future, you know, looking at Africa as a whole?
Well, I am such a fan of Tiwa Savage. That's the first one. I think she's really breaking ground everywhere. She's stuck to her sound. She's a powerhouse vocally, and she's just beautiful. I love Simpiwe Dana. Simpiwe Dana is doing some amazing stuff. Live music, her live recordings. She reminds me of like an African Erykah Badu, and she's always pushing herself and always changing her style and her sound. So her definitely. Asa, you know, for an acoustic set would be amazing to work with. Salif Keita, you know, just to understand that kind of the French, you know, sound. There's so many amazing artists. I can't even get all of them. But for me, I think if I would pin like one down, it would be Tiwa Savage, just because of her expertise and because she's female and I'm female. It would make sense.
I actually picked up that a lot with the list of people that you gave me. It's definitely, you know, powerful women within Africa and within the African music scene. You know, I wouldn't say you just jumped into it now, but you're coming in as a new artist. How has the embrace been? Like, you know, from everyone? Because I think once you come into the industry, you know, you become there and you're like, okay, there's someone else, here's someone else, and people either embrace you or people are reluctant. Or how has for you the experience being jumping into, you know, the music scene?
It's been really exciting and exhilarating and just really different. I can't compare it to anything, but in terms of embrace, I do feel like a lot of people are enjoying the song. It's a break from your normal sort of cheating songs or trying to be cool because you've got a lot of girls, or trying to be cool because you've got a lot of boys sort of song. It's about love, and it's a young girl talking about love, and I think a lot of people are very struck by that, and they're you know, they don't know how does she know, and why isn't she singing about, you know, being a trap queen or whatever? So I think the embrace has been really great. I've been getting I recently had a live performance and people were singing along, and I was so excited about that. So there's a lot of amazing moments that I can pinpoint that I've seen, you know, people giving me the nudge to say, keep on going, you're doing well, and that's all I need. I mean, it's my first song. There's so much more in store. So for me, it's just getting that nudge to say, okay, I'm here and I exist, and I can really do my thing.
Yeah, definitely gonna play the song again before we continue with the interview. But later on, I'm gonna be very nasty towards you. So I'm gonna give you some questions over there and see if you can throw in there. But I'm joking. It's just gonna be a small game that we're gonna play a bit later on. But before we actually go there, there's so many things that are happening around Africa right now, and you know, I think it's you know, it's a given right now for me to, you know, pose this question to you. You know, gender-based violence that is actually taking Africa by storm. I think it's something that's always been there.
Yes, of course.
It's just that, you know, as families would sweep things under the carpet, sometimes it's not even, you know, people don't report these kind of incidents. What's your take on this whole gender-based violence that's taking place right now?
It's become quite trendy and quite, not, I want to say cool, but it's the in thing. And I think there's always sections in the media where one thing trends. And I think the important thing for gender-based violence is that it's ongoing, it's continuous, it's sustainable. Everybody's talking about it, and the whistleblowers are whistling, you know. There's an amazing campaign by Soul City Institute where they are actually naming and shaming the perpetrators, putting them on the site, putting their names and their faces on the site. I think that's one way of really getting people to stop, because somebody's watching and someone will show you. And there's just amazing campaigns around. I know now Child Welfare has an amazing one, which is Be Bold and Tell Your Story, which is, you know, people just coming out and telling their stories in the most robust, and there's nothing stopping them from telling their stories, so that they can you know, help people become vulnerable enough to speak. But more than that, really, we need to name and shame. I think that's where it all starts and that's where it all begins. We need to say, this is the man, this is his name, this is what the authorities should do with him. And I think once we have that language and we have that discourse, we're able to then come up with solutions and policies, because now we have the names and we have the victims, and then we can put those two things together. So I definitely think that's what I think.
Sometimes I even refuse to talk about some other issues. I'm like, guys, can we find proactive, proactive
ways.
Solutions, name and shame. So, and I must play this song. If you haven't heard it yet, the name of the song is It Goes Without Saying. It's exactly 24 after 12 p.m. Central African time. You tuned into #LifeStyle. Myself, Jomo, the chubby sexy ninja, taking you all the way to 2 p.m. Central African time. That's a tagline: chubby, sexy, and
I love
ninja.
It struck me.
Coming through on this one, man. Definitely embracing her good music. Enjoy.
Wow.
So we'll continue the conversation.
Yes.
And so I said to you that I'm going to ask you a few nasty questions, but they're not nasty at all. So I'm not trying to put you on the spot right here.
Okay, go for it.
All right. So these are just a few things just to get to know who Viwe is, you know?
Definitely.
And just to see, if we can rely on you sometimes if you're in the streets.
Okay.
So the first question I'm going to ask you is, if you were to see someone, let it be anyone, in the mall or anywhere that you'd go, who had their underwear showing, would you tell them?
There's this thing where guys show their underwear nowadays, so I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I might be stepping on someone's toes, but I'll be like, hey, Calvin Klein, that's you, we can see.
All right. So I see you're a caring person then.
Yes.
In the world, if it was even possible, what would be and why? Why would you have that superpower, and what would it be?
I would teleport because I love traveling.
All right.
And I hate the time though. I hate the time between one location to the next. So just to snap your fingers and be in Hong Kong. Yeah. Oh, that's the one I want.
I know, right?
Yes.
Is if you were able to hear what someone is thinking for a day, who would you choose? I mean, I know who I'd want to choose, to hear their thoughts and what they're planning and everything. Now that you think about it, I think it will be someone that you aspire to be, or someone who's out there.
Yeah. So I don't have, so I can have access to anybody. Is what you're saying?
Anyone. If you had access to, for a day, you literally
just to know what they're thinking,
and you know what Jomo is thinking. Who would it be?
It would be whoever owns the biggest music record label. I want to know what's going on in their heads. I want to know how I can get in that head. So that's whoever it is. It could be from any big just anybody.
So it actually just brings back to, are you signed to anyone at
No, I'm signed to, I have a management contract with and a production contract with my manager. But in terms of like big houses like Universal or Sony, no, I'm not. I'm an independent artist in that.
I like that. I like that. This, whenever I ask this question, I always say, I'm going to ask you this question 4 years from now when that album comes out and it's sold platinum.
Amen.
And I'm going to ask you again, do you think, is it good to still keep it independent, or is it good to sign?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll talk 4 years from now.
It's okay.
2 years from now, I'm going to make it even shorter.
2 years from now. So the last question that I'm going to ask you, putting you on the spot.
Okay.
So is if you could have any one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? And but it actually wouldn't affect your health in any way.
Okay, so I wouldn't be fat.
Food? Yeah, you wouldn't be fat.
One food.
Yeah. That wouldn't have an impact on you at all, but you could just have this for the rest of your life.
I'm not the biggest foodie, but I'm gonna think. I'm a sweet girl. I'm a sweet fanatic. So if I could have all of the sweets in the world, all of the jelly sweets, the baby jelly babies, speckled eggs, all of that. If I could just eat chocolate sweets for the rest of my life, that is what I would choose.
Have that.
Yes.
Yo, I know a few kids that would love you right now.
Yes. I'm a kid at heart. So.
All right. Thank you so much for being a great sport in that regard.
No problem.
Giving us that. So now we know. We know the type of music that you are, producing right now. And, that we actually are looking forward to so many things that are coming through. So what are you working on, the Project 2017 with you, Viwe? What's the project looking like? Yeah.
The first is we're coming out with a nice set of my music as well as music that you might know that we're going to hopefully be singing around Johannesburg and other places in the country. Maybe Welkom for Sasa.
Yeah.
But we're working on a live element of the music, which is something that is very dear to me. I want to be a really good live performer, so that's the first thing that we're working on and building. The second thing is we're also shooting the music video for It Goes Without Saying, which is so exciting and so hectic and so exhilarating as well. So just looking for location now, trying to find the right idea and the right concept. And also there's another cool version of the song that's going to come out, which I think people are going to love, especially the millennials. It's going to be a little bit more vibey, but it's still going to stick to the elements of R&B. So we've got a new rendition to It Goes Without Saying. We've got a video, and we've got some live performances all around Johannesburg until obviously we drop the next single.
Yeah, definitely. So the Station of the Gods.
Yeah, and the ninjas.
The ninjas that always slay, right?
Hey.
That's a new one right there. So we play 100% African music.
I love it.
Definitely 100%. What's your take on that?
I think you should be playing the music of the people. What are the people singing about? That's what the people need to hear. I think healing comes from our own music. Entertainment comes from our own sounds. Stories should be coming from our own backyard. So I love it. I completely support it. And more money in the pocket of the artist, more exposure and more dreams coming true. And not having to dream so far. Having to dream here in your continent is something so special. So I love it. I think it's amazing. I don't know if it's... I don't know with the SABC situation going on. I don't know how far that's going, but I love the concept. I really did. I just wish it was well executed.
Yeah, man. So got it?
Yes, you guys, they should have taken your model and ran.
Right?
Yeah.
Crazy. So, it sadly brings us to the end of the interview.
No, but I
know, right? We should just co-host the show together.
We should. We definitely should.
So, finally, in closing, in the next few days, few months, where can people see you performing? How can people book you? Someone wants to... I'm having my 25th birthday this week.
I'm with you.
So I'm just like...
Okay. So happy birthday, though.
Oh, yeah. I think
in advance.
Thank you so much. I'm growing old now.
Hey, man. You're no longer a teen.
I know, right?
92 seems like...
it's
so far. Yeah.
Definitely so far. So, where can people book you for that? And social media as well. How can people just follow you and, do everything, get an update on everything that's happening?
Go to any of my social mediums and you'll find all the information you want. So it's Viwe Tyolwana, which is Tyolwana, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Snapchat, whatever it is that you want to do. You can definitely hit me up, DM me. My my manager's contact details are on my Instagram and on my Facebook, so you can call him for bookings. And if you want anything, you can try out a collaboration and you think you know you can match up.
Yes.
You can definitely find me on all my social mediums. I think that's the one way to go. Yeah, definitely. So social mediums, Viwe Tyolwana.
Yeah, so it was so lovely having you here.
Thank you for having me.
So refreshing to speak to someone like you.
Thank you.
And all the best. Not even all the best. You go slay. Dog.
I'm gonna slay like the ninja I is.
You know.
I'm a ninja after this show now.
Dude, well, thank you so much, and we love your music. This one is dedicated to you. You asked for it.
Yes.
And now you're getting it.
Yes.
It's Viwe Tyolwana Mayine, which means let it rain.
Yes.
Coming through right here on #lifestyle. After this, we're going to talk about this day in a title, a song in a title rather. How you felt about today. I guess that's how you feel, right?
Yes.
You want it to rain.
Let the blessings rain.
The blessings and the cash. Viwe Tyolwana.
Yay.
I got it right. Yes,
Yes.
I got you.
This is TransAfrica Radio.